everybody, I'm here today to tell you how to nap like a pro and feel great when you wake up. In this video, I'll be going over a few simple things that you can do to make your naps so much better. You're gonna nap like a pro, like a champ, and when you wake up, you're gonna feel like $1,000,000. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. The first thing that I'm gonna tell you is to keep your naps short. Now, the reason is because when you take a long nap, like a really long nap, like, sometimes you nap for like 2 hours or 3 hours, when you wake up from a nap and you're like, whoa, like half the day is gone, right? It affects your sleep at night, which makes you, have trouble falling asleep at night, which affects you being tired the next day, which makes you want to take a longer nap the next day, which makes you even more tired the next night. And then you're in this vicious cycle of long naps and tired days, and you don't want that, okay? So basically, keep your naps relatively short. As a rule of thumb, I would say try and keep your naps like an hour at the maximum. Maybe you could push it to an hour and a half max if you're like absolutely exhausted and if you lacked some sleep the night before and you want to try and get your body into like a nice deep sleep cycle. That's okay, but I would say, like, as a rule of thumb, for most people, an hour max. Try and keep your naps to like 60 minutes maximum, okay? And I'll tell you how you can do that later on in this video. The second thing that I'm going to tell you is don't nap if you have trouble falling asleep in general. So if you're a person that has trouble falling asleep in general, you shouldn't nap, okay? Like, if you're struggling to fall asleep in general, I know that you're probably tired the next day because you had trouble falling asleep, so you feel tempted to take a nap the next day, but you don't want to take a nap because that's going to make it even harder for you to fall asleep at night, and then which will make you even more tired the next day. Like I said, you'll be in this vicious cycle. So if you have trouble falling asleep at night, like in general, even when you don't take a nap, if you have trouble falling asleep at night, then maybe a nap isn't your best bet. Try to avoid taking a nap if you struggle with falling asleep at night, just as a general rule of thumb. Here's a little trick that you can use to take what I like to call a caffeinated nap. So if you enjoy coffee and you drink coffee, and I like my coffee, so I have it right over here. What you can try doing and see if this works for you is you can try drinking some coffee before you take a nap and then taking a relatively short nap. So like maybe 25 minutes, half an hour, 35 minutes. Try taking a short nap, and then when you wake up, you're going to be rested from your nap, plus the caffeine in the coffee is going to, be going through you, energizing you. So you're going to, literally, you're going to wake up with a good amount of energy to tackle the day. So you really want to try this and see if it works for you. For some people it works, for some people it doesn't. Some people will drink the coffee and then they can't take a nap because they're energized right away. It all depends on you and how your body responds to coffee and caffeine. So, be careful, be safe. As a rule of thumb, just generally figure out how your body responds to caffeine in general and try taking a caffeinated nap. See if it works for you. It might work, it might not work. If it does work, it's great when you wake up. If it doesn't work, then, it's okay. There are other things that you can do that I will outline in this video. Moving forward, when you take a nap, you want to mimic your sleeping environment as much as possible. A lot of people will take a nap on the couch in their regular work clothes or whatever the case is, and that's great. You can have a good nap like that, but you won't be napping like a pro. You won't be getting a great nap like that. What you want to do is mimic your sleeping environment as much as you can. Close the blinds, turn the lights off, get into your pajamas if you want, or at least if you're staying in your regular daytime clothes, then take a nap in your bed under the covers. If you want to get a good nap in, you have to make your body think like you're going to be sleeping, and you want your body to think like that so it actually gets the rest that it needs. And it doesn't, sometimes you take a nap and you're constantly waking up throughout the nap. You want to avoid that. And to do that, you want to mimic your sleeping environment as much as you possibly can. The next thing that you should do is clear your mind. If you're taking a nap because you're tired and you have like let's say an exam the next day, and all you're thinking about is studying for your exam and you're trying to take a nap, you're just going to be waking up thinking about this exam constantly. Clear your mind. So either say to yourself, I will study when I wake up, don't think about it right now, or study for another hour or 2 hours to get it off of your mind, and then take your nap. If you are thinking about what you have to do, later on, or tonight, or you're worried about something, you're probably not going to have a good nap. So clear your mind first, then try and take your nap. The next thing is try to nap uninterrupted. Meaning you want to try and nap in a quiet environment so that you're not waking up to sounds, to the TV, to kids screaming, to honking sounds if you're napping next to the window. Like, you want to try to make sure that you nap as uninterrupted as possible. This way you get a good night's sleep. You want to cycle your body through the sleep cycles. That's what you want to try and do to get into that, relatively deep sleep and then wake up nice and relaxed, okay? The last thing that you should do to nap like a pro is set an alarm. You never want to take a nap without setting an alarm, because you might wake up 5 hours later. Like I said, we've all probably had naps where you fall asleep. I've done it where you fall asleep and you wake up like 3-4 hours later. You're like, what happened to the day? The day is gone. Or you try and take a half an hour nap at 6 o'clock p.m. and then, you end up sleeping till 10:30 p.m. You wake up, you're ready to go. But meanwhile, it's nighttime and you should be going to sleep. So you want to set an alarm. We've all been there. We've all done that. It's as simple as that. You want to set an alarm and really make sure that you are figuring out how long you want to nap for. Like I said, try and keep it to an hour max. So maybe you want to set your alarm for an hour from when you try and take a nap, or as my rule of thumb goes, I always like to add 5 minutes, because I know it's going to take me probably 5 minutes to 10 minutes to fall asleep into that nap. So let's say it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon and I want to sleep for an hour with my nap. I would set my alarm for 3:05. I know it's going to take me about 5 minutes to fall asleep, which leaves me to sleep for about an hour, okay? Or 35 minutes or 25, like whatever I want to set it for, I just add 5 more minutes to take into account that time to fall asleep. If it takes you 10 minutes to fall asleep, add 10. If it takes you 15, add 15. Do what works for you. And it's as simple as that. In this video, I've gone over how to nap like a pro and feel amazing, fantastic, great when you wake up. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.